Okay, back again. I just finished that last video, so for me it's only been 20 minutes. I just quickly edited it and throw it together. It's just uploading to YouTube now, so if you haven't watched the previous video about the shelving that we're doing in here, yeah, watch that one first, because this one ain't going to make any sense. So I can't handle that wood because it's still wet, so nothing. I've got no wood to work with, so yeah, that bench is the normal bench that's here. That's out getting still wet and varnish. That's what I'm trying to say. So we've got to figure out kind of. I've got the brackets. So that's all the brackets I'll be using. Just I'm going to put the short end in the wall, long end on the wood. So yeah, we'll just do that. I probably do need to go and get a measured height because I need to know where 1.8 metres is. This little one's pretty easy because it's pretty much, I'm just going to pick on the grout line, the water lines here. So yeah, probably put one there and maybe one just here like that. So it'll go, as you can see there, it's got one in the middle and then one either side, and I want to use all three. Sorry, yeah, one there and one either side. So it's going to have to go like here and then on a T kind of thing, if that makes sense. So the middle one will go in this and then either side like that. So that'll work out quite well. That's probably too high. I probably want it there. I reckon that's going to be a good height, just there, and then wood, and then your stuff here kind of. It's probably high for a few people, but I'm a little bit taller, so that's going to work out pretty good. So what I'll do is, might as well just get the first one in, stuck into it, so like that. Someone did, can't remember his name, might have been Jocko, did recommend, and I didn't do it, I've forgotten all about it, to get the little paint things that actually squirt a bit of ink in there. That would have been perfect for this because my pen doesn't reach it. Maybe. I think I can just see it, yeah. Just there, and just there. Cool, so we'll drill them out. I've got to run to the shed and go get the vacuum cleaner because I don't want to make a mess everywhere and I don't want to move everything again. So we'll get one in first, get your spirit level, get the next one in probably here because then it's there with overhang and there with overhang. So that's probably pretty even. But you don't want it here because it's too close to the edge. I think here would be better. So yeah, I'll just quickly run to the shed, get the vacuum cleaner. Okay, I'm using Tapcons, which means you don't need plugs, but I am going to use plugs. A couple of the holes, I've just redone them, so one of the ones that hangs my clothes up and the other one next to it, and one for the helmet too, just was loose, so I just quickly rolled them out, unscrewed them, and then put in these little plugs, and then put the Tapcon through, and it's tight as now. It's actually using the rattle on the rattle ratchet thing, so it's better. And I don't want these to be loose because I don't want anything falling down, obviously. So we'll just put some of these in. I'll probably need to step up the drill size actually. Let's have a look. I did bring a knife. Maybe what I'll do is just use them if they go loose, because some do take, and also some, because I'm doing them in the mortar, it's better than doing them in the brick. So let's see if this works. it's about 50% hit rate at the moment, whether they tighten up or not. So let's try these. Okay, all done, all drilled out. Actually fit through now. Yeah, probably a bit too tight. Okay, just leave it loose. Probably could have gone down the next size in Tapcon, but that's what I got, so that's what I'm using. I think if you're gentle with them, do them nice and slow. So if you go and hang on the rattle too much, it'll come off. Yeah. If you go nice and gentle, that's cool. All right, nice. So next one's tricky. First one's easy. Next one's tricky. So. Plus my spirit level's not bloody long enough. Ah man. Oh, that's why I got that. So nice straight edge. It's just we'll try and balance everything. So that'll go on there. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just wing it and go by the brick line, but we'll try and get it a bit better than that. So we just lift her up, and right there. So as long as I get one mark in, I'm happy. So just there. So we'll get this one in. Yep. Because I can't really reach it because my fingers are there. So I'll take all that away. And so that's it there. That's the bottom hole. And the pen actually fits through now, which is good. And there. There. Cool. Alright, let's drill that in. Again, I'll try all three of these with no plug and see what happens. It's a little bit tight with a plug. It's only good to save it if the hole goes too big. So if we're gentle, we'll make it work. Same with that one. Happy with that. That's good. Okay. That should fit. I don't know why I didn't do it before. Anyway, yeah, good enough. It's a little bit out. Oh, bugger all. I can probably adjust that. I'll leave this out because we're going to need that definitely for the long run. I just don't know how much adjustment get to play with these holes, that's all. It's going to go up. There. There, I think that just spun. Yep. So that one just spun. Okay, so this is where this comes in. I don't want to go taking the other ones out because there we go. So yeah, you don't really want to go undoing them and doing them. That just went right under the tyre of the car. No, where is it? Yes, it is right there. How do I put that out? Oh wow, couldn't get much more. Alright, so that should save it now. Oh, far out. Too much beer with my cornflakes this morning, I think. Yeah, okay. And pretty good, good enough. It's within the lines. I'm happy with that. Alright. So next one, I'll just quickly do. It's exactly like that, except there's 3. So what I'm going to do is get my measure tape. I am starting from here, so 1.8, so 900mm I'll measure, so that's the middle point, and I'll make sure that there's one, hopefully here, that should be about 900mm. Go from there, and then we'll go, we don't want to go right to the ends, we want to come in a fair bit, well not a fair bit, but you know, 100mm, you don't want it right at the end, it'll look funny. So yeah, I'll do that off camera and I'll get back to you. Fan finally came in handy, so that's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, all done. So we got, so from here to about here, I think it was, that crack in the brick there was about 1.8. So I've come in 150 odd mil, same on that side, and nice and level. Hopefully you can see it. The only thing I noticed about this camera, it doesn't focus close up as well as the Osmo did. Osmo was a bit better close up, but then everything else was crap. Whereas 99% of this is in focus, and the 1% that you go this close is not. Hopefully you can see that. Nice there. So as long as the piece of wood's straight, I was just thinking about that. Yeah, as long as the piece of wood's straight, we're good. We're golden. All good there. So all sweet. Put all this back. So yeah, all good to go. So that was easy. So yeah, start your middle one and then go out. Don't trust me yet though, because we haven't got the piece of wood up, so it could be totally wrong. But I was seeing that this, you can see here that this hole is lower than that hole, and the top right was right on the edge of the brick on all 3 of them. So yeah, as long as the bricklayer's laid the bricks all good, looks like he has on this occasion. So yeah, all good. And you can see here, so the top of the bench will be kind of here-ish, like that. And then you'll have a little gap, and then you'll have another bench sticking out over the top. But at least when, the theory is, when this bench is folded, which it will be most of the time, we're still going to have a little shelf there to put things on. So all good. So phone, keys, wallet, things like that. Just if you're working out here, I don't normally keep those things out here all the time, but yeah, it's just handy to have that little thing. And then here I've got my CB radios. So it was mainly this thing I wanted to get on, which is the charging base for them, and it's definitely going to fit on that piece of wood, which would be good. The only reason I've got CB radios, I've got by no means are they the best CB radio in the world, but they are good. The one thing I do like about them is you can be on 2 channels at once. There are newer models. I think this is an 18, like a UV18-1. Something like that. It doesn't even actually say. It'd probably say if I take the battery out, or it might even say in the user manual here. No, it doesn't. Very strange. But that's China for you, I suppose. But they're definitely 18s anyway. 18s or 19s or something like that. They're up to 21 now, and the 21s are even better. I don't know what's different. I think I had a bit better screen on them, but otherwise these perform really well, and you can be on 2 channels at once. That's why you've got 2 buttons here, up and hang on. I cannot remember. No, that's not a button. No, it's this one. Yeah, so you can A and B channel. I don't know if you can see that because of the focus, but yeah, A and B. So you can be on A, you can listen to 2 channels and talk on one of those channels, if you know what I mean. And then if you want to, you can switch and talk on the other channel, depending on which transmit button you pick, which is really good. I used to be right into the gel blasters and things like that, and that's why I bought them, because we always had one channel. There was like an overall channel for everybody, like a general chit chat channel, and then there was your team's channel. So yeah, I could monitor both and talk. I never talked on the chit chat channel. That was just to monitor. It was only really if somebody hurt themselves and they'd cancel the game, it'd come out on that channel, or if it was lunchtime or whatever. So yeah, monitor one, talk on the other, listen to both. Sorry, so listen to both of those separate channels and just talk on your group channel. So I've got them for when we go on drives. All my mates have got CB radios. So yeah, it's just a lot easier to communicate rather than, plus you'll get a fine if you're on your phone while you're driving. It's $1,000 or $1,200 fine in WA. It's a big fine. So, and I'm not pulling over every time if you get lost or whatever. I'm not doing that either. I'm going to look into tracking, some type of tracking app. I don't know if Google Maps can do it. I'm pretty sure it can. I think you can share your position with some people for a certain amount of time. You predetermine how much time you want to share with them, your position. So that'll be cool as well, in case we fully get separated and the CB radios don't work for whatever reason. But yeah, my mates I go driving with are the same guys I go on the scooter with. So we all have the Senna on our helmets. I've got that one, and then I've got another helmet, just a normal cycling helmet with this setup with some little ear things to come down for the speakers. And when we started, we did that first. My other mates are into motorbikes, so they already had that set up and went, no, you need this, because otherwise we can't talk while we're scootering or riding. We started off riding and then got into the scooters. So I ended up buying one of them setups, and now, yeah, can't go back. I've been with my missus a couple times, and I got her to buy one as well, because you just can't talk to each other. And once you're used to it and then you don't have it, it's really difficult. I went with my dad once, he didn't have it, and I just kept talking to myself, thinking that he could hear me, and I'm like, oh no, that's right, he can't, he doesn't have it. It's just in your brain to start having a chat, and all of a sudden you realise you're talking to yourself because they don't have one. So then when we started going on these drives together, this is my mate with the C8 Corvette. So yeah, we were like, what are we going to do? Because there's no way we're driving without being able to talk to each other. So yeah, we come up with he already had a CB radio, so I already had them as well, and we tried them and they worked really well. You can kind of put it wherever you want, and then put the little curly cord and the microphone, just clip it up to your seatbelt or whatever, and you've got it, and it's not illegal. You're not going to get a fine for it that way, so works out good. Keep it above board. You were driving cars that kind of stand out, so you really don't want to be caught on your phone as well, because it wouldn't be hard for them to ping you for that. So all good. But anyway, that's the story why I'm going to have CB radios up there, and there's a PowerPoint right there. So yeah, perfect. I won't have them plugged in all the time, because honestly, those batteries, I don't know how long they last, but they last a very long time. They're at like 10, 12, 15, 20. We've only got them on the smallest, like 250 watt or 200 watt. I think they go up to 5 watt. If you use them on 5 watt, you'll probably go through the battery in 5-10 hours, but we only use it on the lowest setting, because we're only less than a kilometre apart at most times. So we don't need massive power, and the battery just does not run down. It'll last for 20 hours, I'd say. I don't know. I've never run it down. I've charged it a couple times and that was it. So yeah, it works really well. So they won't stay plugged in all the time, but they will live there, which is good. So it's easy, you don't forget them. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind that. Probably a bit stupid, but anyway, that's what we do when we get a little bit older and we've got nothing else to do. So that's our fun on the weekends, really. And yeah, it used to be with that car, now it's going to be with the new car, way more comfortable. It's going to be much better. So all good. So we got a month to go. I haven't heard anything from the dealer since they told me I've got another month to wait. But yeah, that's what I'm banking on, is a month. So we'll see how we go with that. But anyway, we'll wait on this wood now for the varnish to dry. That's about it. So yeah, you got to let that dry. I'll give it another coat this afternoon, let that dry overnight, maybe put it in the sun tomorrow, Sunday, and maybe Monday afternoon, let it go nice and hard, because I don't want to touch it and leave fingerprints and then I've got no more varnish to fix it up, because I'll have to sand it and then varnish that spot. So I want it to be ultra hard. So yeah, a day in the sun and then a day after that. So maybe Monday, Tuesday, we'll go through and hang everything back up. So I'm going to use, obviously the bench has the machine thing in the wood that I use. I don't know what they're called. They're like a riv nut, but for wood. It's got some like teeth that bite into the wood. So they're going to go back on with them. I've got the bolts just down there, the cap head screws there. These, I'm probably not going to do that because there's not a lot of room. They're only, yeah, there's no point. There's no need for that because it's not going to take the weight that the bench was going to take. It's only very light stuff. So I think it's really just going to be some self tappers through there. The only thing is I've got to get the height right. I've got a good selection. So I think the wood was 18 or 19 mil thick plus your bracket. So if I can find some 15 mil self tappers, then we're guaranteed the tip's not going to come through the top of the wood and you'll see it. So I think some 15s would be perfect for that. And I'm pretty sure I have some. So some nice chunky 15s. I've noticed when you try and buy 15 mil self tappers, they're very thin and they'll pull out. You need like a short stumpy 15 mil, very thick thread, and that'll just bite in and never come out. And I'll also put a bit of glue on it as well so that they can't back out. On the thread, I mean. So instead of using like a thread locker, you use wood glue and then screw it in and then that's it. They'll never come out. So all good. But anyway, we're all ready to go. Just got to wait for the varnish. So I'll keep this video rolling. I'm uploading the previous. I was going to do it in one video, but it was getting too long. I think it's 40 minutes or 35 minutes or something, the previous one. So yeah, we'll just, and that's only because I ramble. That's all it is. So yeah, fast forward if you don't want to hear all the talk, chit chat. But yeah, anyway, we'll wait for the varnish and I'll keep this video rolling and finish it off in this video for you guys. It'll be very soon, right now, as a matter of fact. Catch you soon. Okay, quick update. I scrapped the foam roller. I wasn't happy with that, and I think it was wasting more varnish than what it was actually. It was sucking up more varnish than what it was actually putting down. Even when it was fully loaded, it still wouldn't put a nice coat down. Probably okay for the first couple coats, which is what I used it for. But after that, I want some real thick, juicy coats on there, and that's so I've gone to using a brush. I don't clean brushes. I just buy little cheapy disposable ones. So it's pretty small. I really needed a bigger one, but whatever. That's all I had. But yeah, got a nice covered coat. No dry spots. No bristles. I picked out a couple bristles because that's one thing about buying cheapy brushes is they drop bristles. Yeah, no, well there's ripples, but you're gonna get that with varnish. It's not a clear coat of a car. If I wanted to, I could polish it, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna leave it. But yeah, you can see that just spot on. The top's probably the same as these now. Before the top was because it had that few extra coats from last time. It was actually better, but I think doing it with the brush for the last two coats now has kicked these up a notch to the thickness of what this is. I just couldn't get a nice closed coat with that foam roller. It was just always dry. It always looked dry on this one. This one not so much because it was already covered with varnish. But so I thought, on the last two coats I'm going to go to the brush, and yeah, it's come out really nice. So I've only just finished that, so that's dead wet. But with that ultra gloss, it actually looks like that. It looks like it's wet all the time. So really nice. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Pretty silky smooth. So yeah, it looks good. If you can see that. Cool. So I'm going to give that 2 or 3 days to go rock hard. I don't know what it says for drying time. All it says is 6 hours. Yeah, drying time 6 hours. So, and I did sand it. I wasn't going to, but I did knock it back a bit with some 600 grit sandpaper on a flat block, and you could see it did need it. It was just chopping out the highs of the peak of the ripples. It was knocking back the tops of them. So yeah, sanded it. You can kind of see them as you're coming down, and I didn't get it right dead flat, but I did knock more than half of the raised bit off, if that makes sense. Microscopically, obviously, I'm not talking massive bumps like this, but yeah, it was just on the highs of the ripples. I've knocked the highs off, so it kind of goes flat, but flat enough anyway. Good enough for what we're doing. So yeah, gonna give this. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the moment, so I'm gonna leave these in here to dry, and then they'll be fairly hard by tomorrow morning, and I'll take them out. Tomorrow's Sunday, so I'll be home most of the day. So I'll take them out and I'll put them kind of under here. If I put them under there, they won't get wet, but they will get sun on them. So the sun will just make it go rock hard, and then I'll just make the assessment. Pretty much I'll stick my thumbnail in the varnish somewhere where you can't see it, like on an edge or something. And if it leaves an impression, it's not ready. Just leave it, because otherwise I've run out of varnish now, and if I do chip it or put a fingerprint or a nail print or something like that, I can't fix it. I'm gonna have to go and spend I think the cheapest little can of varnish you can, it's only tiny, it's half that, 250 mil is about 11-12 bucks. So I'd rather not have to go buy another tin just to fix up one little imperfection. So yeah, we'll just leave it in the sun here for a couple of days, even just tomorrow. That'll be fine. I probably won't get a chance to hang it up during the week anyway, so it's going to sit for another week. The project will just keep bowling over into weekends, but if I do get a chance after work one day, I'll definitely do it. So yeah, see how we go. But anyway, that was just a quickie, and we'll catch up with you when she's all dry and we're putting them back in. Brackets are up, did that the other day. So yeah, all good. Catch you soon. Okay, couple days further down the track, and all done. So I laid everything out, tested it for level again, all good. So yeah, the wood is straight enough anyway. Almost made the mistake of putting this on first, and then I wouldn't be able to get the electrical screwdriver in underneath to do those ones. So yeah, just slip that off, put those screws in all first, then put this in. Then I did. I sound short of breath because it's my first day. I've just done my back in again, and I can't take big breaths because if I stretch my lungs out with air, it stuffs my back up. So yeah, I'm just on little short breaths of air, just laying flat on my back, just juiced up with ibuprofen and paracetamol at the moment. So hopefully the pain goes down soon, but we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to come in and quickly do that, just so I can fold that bench away now, because my missus is not home from work yet, and if she comes home, she's going to put her keys and bag over that. I want to give it another couple days. I don't want to go scratching keys and stuff along it just yet. It'll probably be alright. It's pretty hard. It was in the sun for a whole day, but it is a thick coat that I put on there. So yeah, I want it to really harden up over about a week, I'd say. But everything else is pretty good. Already got a few things up here ready to go. So, but yeah, it's really good varnish. That it's like it's been heat shrunk with a clear heat shrink over the top of the wood. It's just sealed it really nice. Feels like plastic, really, just melted plastic over the top. So we're all good. Anyway, I'll leave it at that for this video. Again, simple job, but stretched it out as I usually do. What's that? I know that's just in the wood. I thought it was a brush, a bit of the brush left there. But anyway, but yeah, heaps of room now, so that's really good. So that's solved that problem. And yeah, another one bites the dust. So all good. Cheers for watching the project. And I don't know what's coming up next. I haven't got anything on the cards. I'm probably going to be out of action for the next 3-4 days anyway with my back. So I get this every 6 months or so, and I think the last time it happened, I actually caught it on video. I was going through some car detailing supplies in the shed, and I like to just stretch to get a sponge, pick up a sponge or something. Didn't even bend down, and boom, it was on video. So yeah, that probably was about 6 months ago. It just seems to happen every 6 months. Today I was just eating breakfast, leant over to take a bite out of my baked beans, and bang, it's like someone just puts a knife in the back and takes your breath away, and you kind of blank out for like a split second, just with the nerve. It must hit a nerve or something. I've been to the doctors and no one really knows what's going on, and it's not bad enough that it warrants taking it any further. It's just ibuprofen, paracetamol for 3 or 4 days, lay down for a bit, and it all comes good. The most painful thing is the lack of sleep, really, because you can't turn around in bed. Every time you need to move, you need to wake up so you can use your arms to move around, and I find that's the worst bit. But slowly getting used to it. I've been putting up with it for years, so it's all good. Yeah, it's pretty filthy in here. I haven't even had a chance to clean up today because I've just been laying down. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. I'll get this video edited, whacked up. Like I said, I don't know what's coming up next. Yeah, not sure. Probably the next video might even be about the new car coming. I've just got nothing on the cards at the moment, so unless something pops up, you'll hear from me. But if not, I'll see you when the beast gets here. Cheers again, and we'll see you later.